Hello there everyone, welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2 preview playthrough as the Eriadu Authority. We are basically in control of the western reaches down here. I did a quick poll at the end of the last video to see whether we should be going for the core or for the unknown regions, and the core won. So we're probably going to start off trying to take Akasi. We had a nice showdown with the Torpedo Sphere over Corellia, but once we have Hakasi, we'll be connected to camp. And I did let the game run a little bit longer off stream, just so we could have a few more credits, get a bit further in our Torpedo Sphere reconstruction. Or not reconstruction, just construction. We're not building the one that we killed. So we have the Executor. That Executor is getting very close. Getting very close to constructing. So that's what we're going to be trying to use a bit of today. But we're probably going to start by taking this happy little fleet and attacking this happy little Hakasi, so we can save a happy little camp.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, that's actually a bigger fleet than I was expecting to be here, but well, it should be fine.
Enemy forces ahead.
All right. So, okay, that's not too bad. Do we have an allegiance? We do still have the allegiance here. Rudolph, we got Delvertis with Thalassa. We're going to want our IPV there. We get our Quinn's Tins, Donner, Dasher, then throw in Little Tadpole and Morians. Just want to keep them alive. And I think we might also want to throw in going somewhere at the back with some support from Eriadu Warlord Star. Alright, the Allegiance's shields are standing up a lot better than they did against the Torpedo Sphere. So that's nice. Let's also throw in two little Gravitas, Poor Man's Torpedo Sphere, Soundwave Superior, Biggest Dickus, and a regular Architens. Okay, oh, actually the game has survived, so let's throw them in an even more precarious situation so we can scare Bob. Alright. Keep going up there. Which one are you? You are just a regular Architens as well. Yeah, there have been a few questions about what the name ships are, so for anyone who is new, in the preview playthroughs, and some of them, the live stream ones at least, patrons, Twitch subs, and YouTube channel members are able to name ships just for the playthrough. It's not something that's in the final mod, but that's what's going on with those. They're ship name requests from channel supporters who just get to engage a little bit differently. But got all them now, and we go to the station. That IPV thinks it's gonna get away and turn the tide. Yeah. No raid fleet coming in to kill us this time. Thalassa, get up there a little bit more.
What are your orders? Carrot Commander here.
Alright, Architens, you can zoom forward a little bit faster. They're obviously not going to try to retreat because we have the interdictor. Maybe we can kill the IPV. Some heavier weapons. Need some light turbos over there for reliably hitting it.
Gladiator at your command. Firing, sir. Reporting. Charge laser cannons. Form up.
There we go. And should be pretty easy to take the surface. I don't want to move away from camp there. I don't want to leave Kaelist open. We don't want to leave the back of our territory with all the open space I normally do. But well, let's just invade first, then worry about it.
Invasion commencing.
Considered an auto-resolve there, but we'll do it anyways. Shouldn't take too long to actually get to the structure. And the garrison should be reasonable.
Reporting.
Is that just an owned prop? I think it is.
Awaiting orders.
Choose your reinforcements.
Receiving orders.
Get you... We'll get anything that's a little bit faster.
Order acknowledged.
I guess the Storm Cloud car wing is
Capacity.
faster as well.
Lancet standing by. Engines activated.
Alright.
Ready. Moving out.
So since this is being recorded live on Twitch, I was thinking about, for the end of this stream, after we've done about 2 episodes, going over and doing some Galactic Conquest map editing. Bob and I have been working a bit more on our map editor, so I've been learning a bit more Python for that. By more, I mean some, because I don't have much Python experience. But it's in a decent shape now to get some of what we need done. All right, we're gonna back out of there. This is not going super well yet,
Choose your
but
reinforcements.
let's bring down an AT-AT. Yeah, if we don't do it today, we're definitely going to be doing some Galactic Conquest editing on Friday.
Ready. Affirmative.
We're going to be doing bigger reworks of all of the Galactic Conquests when we get to point 3, but we do still need to do some of the work to implement the Hapens into
Roger that.
into existing Galactic Conquest in point 2, so that'd be what we work on. See how it goes.
Ready for orders.
I'm also, like a lot of people in North America right now, in the middle of some heavy snowing, so there's always the chance that my internet, which is not the most reliable at the best of times, doesn't hold up to that very well. So if I disappear, that's what's happened. I'll do my best to get back up.
Roger that. Move into position.
Ripley is asking, is there a list of planet influence units anywhere? Yeah, so anything like that, there are 4 buttons on the left side of the Galactic Conquest map, which I will open if I remember once we leave the battle. And they tell you pretty much everything you need to know about anything in the mod. Any, like, mechanic documentation, any story event information, pretty much anything. You can find some level of documentation of it in those 4 buttons at the side.
Order acknowledged.
Right away.
Alright, let's get you guys back over here. I'll bomb this. And... oh, wait, can you guys go this way instead? Lancets.
Yes, Commander.
And... alright, you go out, you drop. Alright, I'm gonna move this one off to the side so it doesn't become the first target. This one can go over a bit more. And now we can walk into the base that way.
Comlink active.
You're not a real unit, so you can just die. If you need to. I'm not gonna make you die, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to save you. Yeah, I don't usually consider the government resource buttons to be in the same category as the other, like, info guides. Because those are usually more live game state things, rather than primarily thinking them as just, like, general documentation.
Command received.
Yes, Commander.
They do include that kind of stuff, but
We've captured an abandoned thermal laser tower.
the documentation ones I typically just consider together because they've They've only got documentation rather than like updating when the game state changes. Here we go.
Over there. Enemy in range.
Now camp is saved. Summer is saved. That's really dinosaurs asking out of all the warlords, who's your favorite? Or your favorite, not least favorite. I don't know where I was thinking least was coming from there. But faction-wise, I think I like Maldrude the most. Zinj is the only one that really gets much story evolution. There's some background, there's more background on Kane, but they never get a huge amount of development in Star Wars, any of them. Alright, let's go with... But we do want to see if we can afford the next Torpedo Sphere as well, which we should be able to. So let's let that roll through. And thank you, Commander Kiva, for another gifted sub. Appreciate it. And Painus. It'd be nice if we had another super capital yard for that kind of thing. But for the moment, we won't be able to do that. Cross beacon is locked. Locked. Unfortunately, it doesn't display the lockedness very well because of the type of planet it is. So we'll need... What I want to do, because we handle most of the locking through Lua as well now, or can handle it through Lua as well now, I want to attach a particle to locked planets, because we can do a lot more with that than we can with how it is right now. I still need to play with particles a bit more to figure out, like, reasonable particle lifetimes and everything. Because, as it is, the influence particles, they update on weekend, and they last the entire 40 seconds. So, holy shit. Okay, Banjir, Screed, and Darillion have died. The Empire has conquered Contra. Where's Bandamir? Alright, Zinj is once again asking for your support. Right. Yeah, so the guides... Thank you, Asertzel. All these guides over here, this is your faction graph. Okay, so I lied. This one does update like the other one. But influence guide, there's the influence factors here, the little heart. Then there's the companies, there's the planet-specific effects and factors. This is where you get the influence units. So Bakura with the Namada and Bakura, Balmora with the ST6s, Bespin, Rita, Hapes with the Hapen units, Kashyyyk's different influence factors. All this is all here. All right. Akasi is right next to Kua. Like, we're probably going to want to take all of those planets, considering that they're all very nice planets to have. If we can take Shardon, that'll also mean that Glomtho is the only one over there, which... Like, we'd have a warning when they're going to take stuff. But yeah, these buttons, underrated. All 6 of them really are underrated. They tell you everything. But these 4 especially need more love. Command tiers, all the weapon information and everything. If you want to go deep into how combat and everything works in the AWX and want to know what you're doing rather than just hoping stuff works out, that's a good place to look. But yeah, I shouldn't be paused because we want the torpedo spheres to be ready for our assaults on these kind of higher tier defensive places, which that's a good time to have a torp sphere. So that works out. We probably actually do want a fleet over there. We can get here faster than they can get down either of those lines, so I take back what I just did. I'm putting you back over here. And we do have the shipyard on this side. Let's get some more smaller support units for it. Get point defense goes Burr. Dancer, Prancer, Cupid. Okay, we found all the reindeer. Gladiator to meet you. There are a few units that I still need to add between this stream and the last one. So if you haven't seen your stuff pop up yet, and it's a more recent request,
IPV reporting.
don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. Yeah. This would actually be a nice place for some spying once we have a little bit more money. Because we want to attack one of these 4 planets next.
Star Destroyer
Or I mean Kalis we definitely want to attack. So let's just do that one first. I don't know why I've been thinking we need to build up around it and then leave it be. So yeah, you come up here. Come spend time with your family. And have some of the spare money now. Not spare money. We have money.
Constructing.
We can build those up. And at Typhera, we'll get
In production.
a few spies for us. Once these are finished building, we have the Torpedo Sphere in. We'll see what's going on at Kalis, and then Kalis will become ours shortly after. But how's the PA doing? PA is, as is typical, down to some of these planets, but it's also probably not going to lose any of those planets. Zinj has Tancred and Dathomir separated. Does he just have those? No, it looks like there's one right under my... Yeah, he has Orinda as well. Which he's probably going to lose. Like, let's be real. Well, I think they'd taken 1 or 2 other ones, the PA, and then lost them, but I could be wrong on that.
Crews are online.
No, I might be just thinking about the other campaign. But let's see. Zinj, 3 planets, 10%. Pentastar, 7 planets, 16%. We have 14% with 19 planets. I think we actually have the most out of anyone. There's no Hapens. Very sad. So let's see what's going on over there. And once those are done, we can also build... Oh, let's build on you. We will get Ghost of Knight's Revenge. Alright, you have 69, nice. And you have... Colon 3, Capital Shipyard.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Yeah, let's go take it. We'll take it from them. Everything they love. They have some Lightning Squadron there. We don't have another... No, we don't. We don't have another Legitimacy group available yet.
There they are. Platinum. IPV reporting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Location
Got
confirmed.
in just in time to hear the
Advancing.
side of that audio. Alright, pointy side forward. Thank you for the instructions, Saskatoon Berry Pie. Black Wolf. Then we have our first Torpedo Sphere. The Executor is getting very close. Prancer, Dancer, Cupid, Gladiator to meet you, and Raider 2.
Destroyer here. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Engines activated.
Interceptor squad.
Okay, this will be... It's mostly here for our anti-structure purposes, but
Crews ahead.
still good with other stuff.
Bombers at the ready.
Losing power.
TIE squadron.
Fire. The lasers
Losing
are
control.
The spinning is less proton inaccuracy and more just weird targeting stuff in EAW.
Course set.
I can't switch
Ready to
position.
receive orders. Setting up my run.
Star Destroyer standing by.
They do have some nice heavy bombers. We have some nice heavy bombers.
Star Destroyer.
Yeah, Sky did a really good job on the Warp Sphere. But I think I was talking about it in the Corellian battle, but the proton torpedo hardpoints are around the outside, but they fire from the middle.
Open fire.
Keeps it a little bit cleaner.
Sir. For the end.
Unable to shake them.
Regroup for another attack. I've got him.
Yes, Commander.
Intercepting.
Is the Eriadu Authority going to be the only faction that can build the torpedo sphere?
Attacking target.
Yes. Corellia will at least start with one as a hero, the one we killed last time,
Waiting your command.
once they're playable.
Your command, sir.
Headed your direction.
But I can't think of any others that are attached to it, and we don't plan to give it to another buildable.
Roger that.
I've got him.
Yeah, there might be a legitimate hero with it.
Our target priority is the laser guns.
Narrowing position.
Destroyer here.
We haven't really decided on the Corellian roster entirely yet. There was initially some, we included some of their stuff with the Imperial roster discussions, because there were a few things we wanted to make sure they get. And there was a brief period where I was arguing in favor of keeping the torpedo sphere out of the other Imperials and just making it a Corellian unit to start off with. But I didn't stick to my guns on that one.
Squadron standing by.
Even I don't always get what I want.
Danny, the Star Destroyer reporting.
Awaiting your command. Your command, sir.
Draw their fire.
Alright.
Reporting in, sir.
Attack formation. Go after the stragglers.
Return to your position.
Form up.
Moving on another attack.
Destroyer here. Heading up. We've got them on
Target locked.
copy.
Okay. Saskatoonberry Pie is suffering some
Primary target.
sad days.
Reporting.
Let's get you out and... Alright, pointy side forward, you are doing fine up here. It's just the other ones that I gotta worry about. Okay, you're dead. You're dead, it's fine.
Gladiator at your command. Destroy those laser cannons.
Awaiting orders. The lasers are our target. Awaiting your orders.
These will definitely be helpful taking the core planets.
Open fire. Awaiting your command.
Especially because we'll be able to get through some planetary shields that way.
Eliminating target.
Attacking target.
Taking fire.
Reporting in.
So the...
Hitting us.
Roger that.
Go.
When we have one in orbit, when we're in ground battles, we should be able to use our bombardments,
Destroyer here. Fire at will.
even if they have a planetary shield, as long as we have these guys.
Our target priority
Nowhere
is the
to
laser
run.
guns.
Actually, was that even implemented when this started? I think it was. Okay. Round
Heading out.
over there. Do they have a... They do have a planetary shield here. It is the only ship that does that, yeah. So what do they have on Sherdon and Kuat? That's a much more built-up one. That's not a huge space battle, but a pretty big ground one. And this is kind of both. All right. Yeah, I think that's our bot. It's about to invade Corellia.
Let's move out.
Tactical battle imminent.
Rip. Just got our shipyard there. That's 5 tech or 3 tectors as well. So much for getting there before them.
The enemy is approaching.
What are your orders?
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's go.
I mean, 3 ISDs versus an ISD, a Praetor, and an Allegiance, not gonna really be that big of a problem, especially if we throw in another ISD. Critic's been sitting in the box for a while,
The lasers
but still.
are our target.
Priority target identified.
Falling out of
Yeah, they might send those forces from Telsia to follow up on this because they won the space battle. But I'd rather have my 5,000 credits,
Being targeted.
Awaiting orders.
if I'm being honest.
Come about.
Alright, I think all the engines are down. There we go. All the engines are down. Well, not on the IPVs.
Building under construction.
Well, let's do our invasion here. Maldrude took Contra, which the Empire did have. So it's looking like a very Maldrude Christmas over there. Maldrude famously fond of Christmas,
order, sir.
even though Santa Zinj
Choose
is
your reinforcements.
typically associate with it. Thank you, Commander Kiva, for the 100 bits. Is the Conqueror Star Destroyer going to be added to the Eriadu Authority? No. The Conqueror itself, I'm pretty sure, was destroyed before Endor.
On my way.
If we do Imperial Reign with it, that'd be one place it could show up. But it's an individual instance that got destroyed. There is a somewhat similar-ish Star Destroyer called the Twilight variant that is going to Zinj. But let's get our track moving.
Construction complete.
Order acknowledged.
Moving to destination.
AT-AT ready. Proceeding to target.
Juggernaut
Moving to
ready.
secondary
You're gonna go sit on the bridge. And I'm gonna split these guys up.
Roger that. Form up.
You're gonna go down here.
Move out.
Armored transport.
Because the AT-AT is going north.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna send these tanks into the middle as well.
On my way.
And you're gonna sit behind the track mobile base.
Awaiting orders.
Ready. Destination set. Proceeding.
The enemy has been spotted.
Alright, kill those.
Armed and ready.
Boy, and now you guys can do it. You deploy and see if you can shell the infantry that are there. Now, AT-AT, move farther in, and I think we can get our Lancets too. Is that Lightning Squad? No. Lightning Squad is else.
Reporting in. What are your orders? Moving out. As you wish.
Please don't destroy my artillery. I need the artillery to use as artillery. Oh shit, they have one too.
Affirmative. New
It's illegal. That's illegal.
coordinating your orders.
Awaiting orders.
That's it.
AT-AT.
You bastards. Okay, back over the bridge. You've had your fun. We gave them the gift of an AT-AT. Alright, bombing runs are disabled a different way, so that... Even if the torpedo sphere were stopping it, or weren't unblocking it, we're unblocking it, which it
Unit
isn't
destroyed.
currently.
Copy. Copy.
Back up.
Reporting.
Back up. Lost one of them.
I copy.
Roger that. Moving to position.
Copy. I'll copy.
Okay, you can drive faster.
Ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Moving us. Right away.
Form up.
Boy.
Reporting. Heading out.
We need some infantry.
Moving out.
Yes, Commander.
There. Okay, the tank's got it.
Order
Fine.
acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Commander.
Where can we get another built pad? We have to go all the way up here. I guess we do. Nope, we don't want that. Okay. We want the repairs.
Here.
Ready. Brigade standing by.
Reporting in. Roger that.
Armor ready.
Awaiting orders.
Ready. Engaging. Unit target. Tracking target.
Form up.
Rapid standing by.
I think we have an advantage based on that, that getting shot. Yeah, they're turning around. At least stand close enough that you can air it. And there, we got the AT-AT. Now let's get our landing zone back. Where's our anti-infantry turret? Do we have any infantry left whatsoever? We do not. Who needs infantry? Alright, we got the track mobile base solo run. Slowly, we're going to be able to erode the number of troops they're shooting us with, and they'll get lured into the place that is unfortunately far away where we built the turret. It's over. It's over and we can't take the landing zone to retreat. Very sad. But we killed lightning.
Invasion commencing.
All it takes is one more invasion. Look, they can't all be wins. They just can't. Statistically, it's impossible.
Reporting. Keep going. This way.
Choose your reinforcements.
Heading out.
Very well.
Reinforcements
Firehawks
en route.
and the 2Ms.
Reinforcements en route.
Awaiting orders. Ready. Over there. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Thank you, Flagar, for the gifted subs.
Affirmative. This way.
Roger. Advancing. Reporting in.
New coordinates.
We may end up needing some more turrets this time.
Roger that.
I mean, we needed more turrets last time, but we're gonna actually get more turrets this time
Turret constructing.
because we don't have many other options.
Form up.
Turret constructing.
Look, when you have to actually fight the AI's forces together most of the time now, it's just so much more difficult.
Over there.
Construction complete.
Enemy unit sighted.
Copy. In my sight.
Not a unit so much as a... I mean, I just dispute calling the turret a unit, if I'm being honest.
Yes, sir. Got it. We'll back you up.
Construction complete.
Have you thought about making a map with every planet?
Moving to position.
Well, that's a goalpost that moves every release. Having a 500 planet map would not work very well, and we add more for different purposes and different mods all the time. There will be a bigger map than the current max size map at some point, but I don't know that we'd be exceeding like 200 planets maximum with it. You get to a certain number of planets where it mostly just degrades people's desire to actually play the game. If we did bigger than that, there'd probably be a lot more work on victory conditions for that particular map.
Yes, Commander. Ready.
Like, I guess you leave it for people who are really weird and want to do a 500 planet map, but like... To a certain extent, some mechanics like that, some maps like that, it ends up being kind of like sugar, where people think they like sugar, and they do like sugar, but if you offer them an entire kilogram of sugar to eat all at once, when they're about 2 spoonfuls in, they'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm actually done with this forever, and they move into only eating like carrots or something. That's what game design is making sure people don't eat too many carrots. You gotta find the right way to present things, without eliminating player choice, but also without just making them go away and never play the game anymore.
Not copy. Moving out. Reporting. Targeting. Yes, Commander.
Alright, you guys deployed too slowly, you missed out on all the fun. Now we can kill the field base. $50 to do a playthrough of a fight? Yeah, that'd be a much bigger donation goal.
Blade standing by.
I mean, when you think of the opportunity cost for like other series you could do in that time, like when you're down to 20 views by the end and the channel dies because you're 500 episodes into a series, that'd probably end up having to be like a Twitch thing that gets edited down for YouTube episodes. If I was going to be taking every planet. And yeah, it... Back you out before we lose the hero one. Because the planetary shield is right there.
Just give me a target.
We're all lined up.
Tank brigade ready. Target.
Power up those main weapons and turn that down. There we go. Because, like, if you look at other games that do super massive maps like that, I think Total War is probably one of the better examples. And usually what you see there isn't take every planet to win on those kinds of things. Or, obviously, take every planet. Where, like, the main grand campaign victory conditions aren't... Oh, crap, you're gonna get hit. God damn it. Oh well. Hey there, Shaq. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope your campaign's going well, Shaq. But yeah, like, you look at Total War, and for the grand campaigns that are like the Mortal Empires maps in Warhammer Total War, you're not telling the player, like, your main goal is to take everything. Usually it's like, okay, take these 20 provinces. So if we did, like, a map that was 1 trillion planets, then you'd probably say, okay, even if 120 planets is a small fraction of that, that's what you're going to be aiming for, Ribs Zeljohan. I'm just giving us room so that we can have our legitimacy heroes when they come up slot right in. They slot right in. Because, like, we haven't been getting our bounty hunters, so now that just replaces Yell, and yeah, it's all planned. Because, like, at a certain point, you've won, and we've done a lot to try to reduce the slog of the end period or push back the point where you feel like you've won, whether that's through the way the AI plays, the way AI bonuses work, the way certain mechanics in the mod structure your economy, so you're not just rolling in credits quite as quickly as you were before. But there's always going to be some element of that, and it can't always just be a Yuzon Vong invasion that pulls you out of it. Like, the more you pile on planets, the bigger the problem is there. Yeah, there were some base game maps where it's like, kill Mon Mothma, kill Palpatine, hold these 3 or 5 planets. Those definitely do help in certain situations as well, yeah. But we've got this path all the way up to the core. You were just talking about something similar? Yeah, it's a big problem that a lot of 4X games run into. So it's not something that the industry as a whole has solved. So, like, it's something Empire War mods are definitely going to run into. But the bigger you make the maps, you do get to a certain point where, like, people think, oh, I want a campaign that's 30,000 planets long. But in practice, do you? Like, Stellaris is the one where I struggle with it the most. Especially because I play a lot of, like, non-military ones, maybe, but... Let's see. Okay, well, we can move you back for some refitting there, Lumota. Your ground forces are kind of struggling. Yeah, and the other thing with Empire at War, even aside from that, is that like your computer will explode at some point.
Construction complete.
You never want to see the computer explode while you're.
Constructing unit.
But we're going to put in a save here, so I'll put an episode cut. So thank you for watching, those of you on YouTube. For those on Twitch, we are going to keep going in a second. But thanks again. Hope to see you next time.